Alright, YouTube, it's time for another level of Occult Synchronicity. I posted this on 4chan last night, anonymously. Nobody realized it was me, which is funny. I looked at the fiasco with Clinton and the Ducks from Project Veritas, hiring the Donald Duck costume people to go raise hell at Trump rallies. I said, well, the frog god is in with the Trump campaign. I wonder if there's an Egyptian duck god. And there is, and the hieroglyph that corresponds to this particular entity is rather funny. Just go to the Wikipedia link, you'll see for yourself. It's Gek, or Geb. It's not clear, apparently, how the B in that specific word is meant to be pronounced. It looks an awful lot like a person crouching next to a computer with a duck coming out of it. Then I was reminded of Dolan, so now there might be a new wave of Dolan shitposting. But yeah, it is occult synchronicity. You don't have to believe in the sort of spooky dooky side of the occult to understand that there are times when a whole lot of coincidences, as you may term them, seem to sync up at one time, and it boggles the mind. It goes beyond the realm of normal explanation. Always in this election, it seems to happen at these odd moments. Very, very funny. I guess duck posting is going to take off now. So we've got a new Egyptian god in the fray against Hillary Clinton. Clinton's got like the Moloch people on her side, or the owls, or something like that. The owl cult or something. Meanwhile, the frog god and the duck god actually have teamed up and joined forces to destroy her campaign. I wonder if any other deities want to be part of the action, and what will happen with them. This is slightly tongue-in-cheek, because I know a lot of people consider this a humorous topic, but if you're into the occult, if you understand it, you know what the occult is. And I'll leave it up to you, I suppose, to decide what it actually pertains to. In most cases, people think it means witches and black cats and broomsticks and things of that nature. It's all very Christianized, very Renaissance-era depictions of what you would consider primordial demonology in the Christian sense, or something like that. Once you understand what it actually means, though, these glitches in reality begin to take on a little bit of a new aspect. And yes, I do believe in synchronicity. I'll say that, and I don't qualify that. I do believe in that. I do believe in the occult. Very much so. Literally. Not in the sense of, again, the toadstool-dwelling, black cat-associated witch who's waving a stick around and cursing people into frogs or something like that. That's not occultism. That's a Hollywood depiction of imagery that goes back in many cases to the early Protestant movement and their conception of witches and all of these various things. And that's really what you're getting. You have to go back further than Christianity if you want to understand what the occult is about. There's also, if you know anything about Renaissance magic, read one of these grimoires sometimes, and then reread it with a mind to good and evil. That's my best advice. Think about what Satan and God, respectively, if they were real in the Christian sense, would want you to read into such a document. And then you're left with two totally different interpretations of the document, both of import, both very important. You can think of the Enlightenment, read any of those sort of magical materials. Think of what a person with a secular understanding of reality versus a superstitious peasant would read into the work. And again, you get two totally different answers. Now read some of my books, and read them with the same view in mind, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's the occult. I can't explain it any more clearly than that. It's a hidden meaning. It's a steganographia for the modern age, essentially. As far as synchronicity goes, there's really no hidden meaning, though. It's a bunch of coincidences jumbled together on a spiritual level, revolved around some sort of spiritual imagery as it associates with a real-world event or something along those lines that defies rational secular explanation. I don't relegate that to saying, oh, the devil did it. Oh, the literal Geb or the literal Kek did this. I say it's a human invention in its prime form. But human inventions have a reason within human systems, within human understanding. If you can determine what these synchronicities mean, then you can control aspects of reality that you couldn't before. It gets into the realm of physics. It certainly gets into the realm of philosophy as, outside of what we would consider the mainstream. I would also say, though, all of the arguments of antiquated scholars on these subjects were considered just as strange when they were first developed. In some cases, it turns out that the reality seen, think of Plato's cave or something like that. In some cases, it's true. There's truth behind it. I'm a fan of Diogenes, with living in a barrel and telling Alexander the Great to get the fuck out of the sunlight. That's pretty ballsy. But yeah, you should definitely read some of these materials. You have to be of multiple minds. You have to be able to interpret it in multiple ways. To understand synchronicity, you need to have an understanding of both of these general paths, and a little bit beyond that, in fact. You have to learn how to take things literally at face value, then dissect them, look for their hidden meanings, and then you understand the occult. That's about all. Peace out.